Good morning, everyone. You're watching the Indian Investors Forum. This channel is all about making Indian investments, the avenues available for Indian investors to make investments, and all the asset classes available to the Indian investors. Well, in the previous videos, we discussed the different asset classes available to the Indian investors and the advantages and disadvantages of different asset classes and how an investor should build a diversified portfolio by investing in different asset classes to achieve consistent higher returns which beat inflation and also reduces risk for the investor. Well, in yesterday's video, we discussed about what can be expected in the markets and all the important data points which were to be released globally. Well, in today's video, we are going to be discussing the major headlines and price movements which happened on 4th of September 2015 in the Indian and the global markets and what can be expected in the Indian markets today. Well, let's start with the major headlines for 4th of September. Number 1. The non-farm payroll numbers were released for August in the US, which were way below expectations and came in at 1,73,000 versus an expectation of 2,17,000. The unemployment rate fell to 5.1% and the participation rate of the workforce was at 62.6%. Number 2. In the G20 meeting, which was held during the weekend, the global leaders said that the ultra-low interest rates cannot boost global growth. Number 3. The Reserve Bank of India is going to introduce new security features in efforts to reduce fake currency notes of the Indian rupee. Well, now let's talk about the major price movements in the Indian financial markets which happened on 4th of September. The Indian stock markets had a negative day on Friday as the benchmark stock indices saw price declines of about 2%, which took everyone by surprise with the nature of the fall in the market, which was not expected by anyone. The Nifty lost about 168 points and closed at 7,655 points. The Sensex lost about 563 points and closed at 25,202 points. Most sectoral indices also saw big declines, with real estate, metals, banking and auto stocks losing the most. The market breadth was also very negative on Friday, where 210 stocks saw price gains compared to 1,313 stocks which saw price declines and 45 stocks which were unchanged. The biggest gainers on the Nifty were oil marketing companies, with BPCL leading the gaining stocks with gains of about 1.5%, and the biggest loser on the Nifty was Vedanta Limited with a price decline of about 5%. Now let's talk about the Indian currency. Well, the Indian rupee was also weak in Friday's trading session as well, following the weak sentiment in the stock markets and also taking cues from the emerging market currency peers, which were all trading with a negative bias. The rupee depreciated by 22 paise from the previous close and closed at 66 rupees and 46 paise versus the dollar. The rupee can decline further if the Indian stock markets continue to lose in value and if the global volatility increases as well. The yield on the 10-year government securities was 7.75% when those markets closed for trading. Well, the commodity markets also saw mixed price action in Friday's trading session. Gold gained about 138 rupees and closed at 26,532 rupees for 10 grams. Silver saw price decline of 12 rupees and closed at 35,388 rupees per kg. Crude oil saw a price gain of 24 rupees and closed at 3,110 rupees per barrel. Copper saw price loss of about 5.1 rupee and closed at 347 rupees and 50 paise per kg. Nickel gained about 80 paise and closed at 662 rupees and 10 paise per kg. Lead lost about 2 rupees and closed at 111 rupees and 30 paise per kg. Zinc lost about 75 paise and closed at 119 rupees and 60 paise per kg. Aluminium gained about 40 paise and closed at 107 rupees and 40 paise per kg. So these were the biggest headlines and market movements of 4th of September 2015. Well, what can we expect from the market today? The Indian stock market should most likely open with a negative bias in price action as indicated in the SGX Nifty, which was down about 73 points at the time of making this video. American and European stocks closed lower overnight and Dow Jones Index lost about 273 points and closed at 16,102 points. The S&P 500 index lost about 30 points and closed at 1,921 points. The Nasdaq index lost about 50 points and closed at 4,684 points. The FTSE 100 index lost about 151 points and closed at 6,043 points. The DAX index lost about 280 points and closed at 10,038 points. The CAC 40 lost about 131 points and closed at 4,523 points. As we had mentioned in earlier videos that Indian markets will face downward pressure due to the weak global sentiment, and the Central Board of Direct Taxation orders on temporary halt of orders for minimum alternate tax issue was even partly responsible for Friday's crash, as foreign institutional investors were expecting a permanent halt of those orders, while the authorities only gave a temporary order for halting those assessments. Indian markets were one of the worst performing markets in Asia and globally as well, along with European markets. The Bank Nifty is still in bear market and that index has to be watched closely for future market direction. The Bank Nifty lost about 425 points in previous trading session and now looks that it's on its way to more downside. Levels of 15,100 to 15,300 can be expected on the Bank Nifty soon. The interest rate hike by the Federal Reserve looks quite low currently, as the data coming out from the US was quite weak last week and most data missed expectations, and chances of Federal Reserve now hiking rate is at 27% now. So this could give a little support to the markets in the short term. The Indian rupee should open with a negative bias today and should trade in a range of 66 rupees to 67.10 rupees in the spot market. The break of any of those levels can make way for more trending moves in the directions of the levels broken. The Indian rupee will have a negative bias as the Indian markets are weak and is leading to capital outflows from the stock markets. Another negative for the Indian rupee is that the forex reserves of Reserve Bank of India declined for the week ended 28th of August. And the emerging market currency peers are also quite weak globally and can see more depreciation versus the dollar, which will again lead to more depreciation of the Indian currency. The only positive factor for the rupee is that the Chinese yuan has been stabilizing now, with the People's Bank of China appreciating the yuan, which has appreciated more than 1% from the lows it reached on 12th of August 2015. Since the depreciation of the yuan seems to have halted for the time being, this can also be a positive for the Indian rupee till this appreciation trend of the yuan continues. The Nifty should trade in a range of 7,510 to 7,735. The break of any of those levels can make way for more trending moves in the directions of the level broken. As we had mentioned in earlier videos, that Bank Nifty decline can take down the entire market with it, as banking is a big part of the Indian indices. The weak global sentiment is also not helping the Indian markets, and the risk appetite globally is very weak currently. The levels of 15,100 to 15,300 on Bank Nifty can be seen shortly. So investors should keep a close eye on Bank Nifty for future market direction. The stocks to watch out for the day are TCS, Sun Pharma, Wipro and Shriram Transport Finance. So everyone, these are my views about what we can expect in today's trading session in the Indian markets and which stocks can have major price movements in the markets. Here at Indian Investors Forum, we are going to help you make the right investment choices when you should invest in equities, real estate, bullion, fixed income, currencies, commodities, so on and so forth, and when you should rotate your investments in different asset classes, because investment is all about timing them correctly to get the best returns out of your portfolio. So please post your comments and queries below for future discussions, and also hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the future videos, and share this video with your friends and family so you can help them make the right investment choices in their life. Thank you for watching this video and see you soon. Goodbye, take care and happy investing.